Spirit beamer. Can't leave rap alone, the game needs me.
Get a dose once, you gon' want some more.
Taking my time to perfect the beat.
Yo, the spotlight is mine, it ain't his no more.
Niggas gon' keep hating and my clique gon' keep grinding. Keep moving, locking the town.
I'm the reason that your block is vacant.
DJ
Got the
Shine.
hood on smash.
I bring the fire till you're soaking in your feet.
Better watch you around your girl.
I think as far as vinyl and hip-hop go, it's kind of a marriage made in heaven, really.
This type of music is at the front of musical development. You know, people are changing and bringing forward new ideas all the time.
Digital media has changed things a lot, so you know, you got all your mixtapes coming through the internet now, you got tracks getting downloaded through the internet. You know, someone could be listening to some stuff they got through the internet and be 6 months ahead of somebody else, you know, so it's very difficult now, and that's actually made things a lot more difficult as a DJ.
Basically, hardly anyone's using decks anymore. As I said, it's more convenience as well. It's part convenience and part technology. Who's going to lump around 2 big decks with a mixer anymore, up 2 flights of stairs when you can get it CD in your back pocket and 2 of these in one bag, you know what I mean? It makes much more sense, it's easier.
I find that there are a lot of CDs taking over. When I go to people's houses, I don't see record players anymore. I see CD players and mini disc players and MP3 players. I do not see record players.
The first 12-inch was cut by accident. 7 inches were commonly the main thing for DJs at the time, and a young studio bod stroke DJ called Walter Gibbons at the time, who was a bit of a disco legend, worked for the South Soul record label.
Walter Gibbons started picking off sounds, putting them onto tape loops, and recycling them around, and that's obviously where your loops come from, loops and licks.
Yeah, so it was in New York, I think late 1970s, that DJs, they started manually stopping and starting the records. This is where, you know, scratching came from. I think DJ Grandmaster Flash was one of the first people to really pioneer scratching. He used to, you know, start them and used to repeat parts of the phrases in the record, you know. I think Grandmaster Theodore was the first one to really start incorporating scratching into, you know, making patterns of rhythm. And then Africa Bambaataa used to take, you know, records from all types of music, you know, from James Brown to TV theme musics, TV theme songs, you know, all kinds of stuff. And
people probably assumed back then that vinyl was dead, you know. You've got stuff away from the plastic fantastic.
You know, we've heard a death knell of vinyl for so long. Everyone's all throughout. I remember when CDs were just announced as coming in. I mean, I'm that old, but I remember the time, and you know, you could eat your dinner off them, and they were going to be the future. But as we know, you know, I mean, CD as a format is not a really fantastic format, especially in hip hop. You know, so I'd say it's just. I mean, vinyl's just increasing, you know, all the time. So. It's not dying off.
You know, when CD mixers first started coming in, hip hop DJs were so anti-CDs, and you know, you could never do so much of the CD as you could with a record. So I mean, now you've got major advancements. That you've got Pioneer, you've got the CDJ where you can scratch CDs just like a record, and a lot of the other companies have brought similar ones out now. Technics have got one. I think Newmark have got one where it actually looks like turntable, there's a fake record on top, and in scratching that you actually scratch the CD. So that has made it a lot more easy for hip hop DJs to use CDs, where before they never would have considered it, you know. So now you get even some of the big name DJs using CDs.
I mean, from us guys here at the minute, I'd still say it's got to be the old Pioneer. I'm doing an advert. It's the Pioneer CDJ 1000. No, still the Pioneer, because it's just everywhere you go, every club, they bound to have one of those. I mean, some of my personal favourites, Newmark CDX, because it's got a 12-inch piece of vinyl on it and actually feels like a vinyl, sounds like a vinyl. That's quite good, but a lot of DJs find it a bit bulky to carry. Denon's quite popular as well. Just brought out the DNX 1000, which are about handheld size. They're about that big. They're $350, so you can get yourself a full, complete DJ package for £600 now, with plays MP3s. So.
A lot of my mail order people have started saying, "Oh, just go into like a CD now." I still ring up for the odd thing because there's still things you're not going to get on CD. You know, you're just not going to get them. A lot of these record shops shutting. I think that's due to the internet. There's a lot of people shut down doing now online. I can attend really good online record shops.
I think there'll always be a place for record shops to buy physical vinyl from, say, and music, but I think the internet has changed a lot of things for a lot of people.
I get tracks sent to me through email now, which it would be a lot longer before they could get pressed up onto CD or record and actually mailed out.
There's stuff like Final Scratch as well, Cerrito Scratch, which is just one little unit amplifier box connected to your laptop. And then when you so if you're playing out in the club, like for example Cash Money, last time I saw him, I was like, he's not changing his records, and then I realised he just had 2 templates there, just 2 bits of plastic, and his laptop was there with all his track lists, and he was just loading his songs up that way. So definitely, the future's definitely digital. Yeah, I said it.
Possibly in the future. I think not right now. As too many people are still anti-change. They're sticking with the old turntable and vinyl. I mean, by no means is everybody willing to use CDs. And I still know a lot of DJs who just won't touch CDs. And I've even heard DJs say, they don't take DJs using CDs seriously. But I mean, me personally, I think it's a thing where, what matters is how you play. So, if you're good and you're hot with a CD deck, like, you can scratch on it now and everything and mix. If you're hot with a CD deck, then you're a good DJ, So at the end of the day, it's the sound that's coming out which is important, in my opinion.
You've got things like Final Scratch and HP DJ computers being chosen, not necessarily more, but certainly because they're becoming more accessible. They have software that enables you to manipulate the music, transform basic songs into something completely different. It enables anyone with a PC basically to become a DJ.
With digital music, the way you can manipulate it is a lot freer and easier, and your options are a lot wider. They've developed the new CD technology now with Pioneer and Technics at the forefront of the development of the new vinyl CD technology, where you can actually manipulate CDs like a piece of vinyl. You can scratch it, you can bring it back, you can loop it. You can actually do more with a CD now than you can actually do with a piece of vinyl, and get more creative with it. And a lot of DJs are taking to this.
You've got a lot more people interested in DJing who are buying decks now.
Everyone will be using now, don't they? Decks, Technics are selling more decks than the best decks, more decks than ever. And they're going to, 18-year-olds who's buying these decks is going to want the classics.
We sell mostly to people with turntables who are mostly DJs, be it in their bedroom or professionally in the clubs. But we get many people that are just coming in, just wanting to check it out, have a listen to the vinyl. Basically there's a whole culture surrounded by the vinyl. There's the DJ culture, there's the collecting culture, there's the artwork, there's the music, there's the design. There's a lot of things encapsulated in a piece of vinyl. There's lots that goes into it. And people still like to collect records. They like to have a physical, tangible thing that they can hold, they can look at, they can read. And the main thing, of course, is that it's got a sonic edge to it. It is actually sonically better when played at certain volumes.
The fact that it's damageable and it deteriorates with age, that's a problem. But I think the fact that people can see the records, the individual songs that you're picking up out of the box and putting on in front of them, I think that's something that's the essence. I think that's really important.
You get better knowledge in a record shop still, because you're on your own on the internet, aren't you? It's what you know. And
no, but it's a different buying culture as well. Like the people that come in and buy that set and stuff. Come in, they'll listen to stuff, they'll buy it, they'll go.
Yeah.
From electro through to techno to jazz to funk. Hip hop, totally different people, aren't they? They are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they want to know what's in rather than they just want to know what's new. Really.
The availability of music is now a lot bigger and greater and a lot cheaper as well on these formats.
Whereas before you'd have to get them pressed out onto record, which was a lot more difficult, a lot more expensive. You know, now you can burn a CD for 20 pence, 15 pence on your computer and have your track there with you in the club. So I mean, that's made a big advancement.
Hip hop has obviously derived from the US, and obviously the US sound has always been at the core of hip hop, but now you see, you know, the UK side of things really taking a huge uprising with artists like Roots Maneuver and Rodney P, etc., really flying the flag for UK hip hop, you know, and the sound's really developing and has got a real kind of raw edge to it, which I think a lot of the US people are looking at now as well, you know.
I feel like DJs are a big benefit to any artist out there who wants to produce music and get their stuff on the streets. If you want to get on your stuff on the streets, the best thing to do is make friends with a world of DJs, and you will find that your music will get out there. Without DJs, we have no music, we have no listeners. So I definitely want to send out a big respect out to every single DJ out there. Yeah, that's Dogtaniun, and I'm repping inside East London, yeah?
Yeah, well, the CD decks kicking in now. I just think that's going to like come in, and then it's just going to, it's not going to be, because it's, you know, it's cool to have the decks, isn't it?
There'll always be collectors and there'll always be DJs that want to play music on vinyl. Vinyl's got a sonic edge over MP3s and CDs, and in a club it sounds 10 times better. Ask any DJ this and they'll tell you that. However, with digital music, the way you can manipulate it is a lot freer and easier, and your options are a lot wider.
Basically, we don't just sell 2 turntables and mixers anymore, we sell full kits. As you can see, you've got CD, vinyl kits in now. Obviously, you don't even need decks anymore or CDs, you can just get a laptop and take it out on the road. It's become that simple now, you don't need that stuff anymore at all. It's totally changed.
The future of vinyl, yeah, I believe there are the die-hard DJs out there that refuse to put down vinyl. Yeah, they refuse to put down vinyl. Yeah, all they're saying is like, you know, vinyl is the best way. But I'm saying that in people's homes, on the streets, in the shops, you don't see record players anymore. So it's limited, the amount of access you're gonna get through vinyl, because there's not a lot of places that are playing vinyl. Everyone's playing CDs, everyone's playing mini disc players. But I still think that vinyls cannot totally die out unless DJs stop playing it, which I can't see them doing.
Aesthetically, I think it's a lot nicer and almost, you know, a little bit more personal for the individuals listening to the music. But with things like mixers and things like sound systems, yeah, there's always improvements in quality and you know, sounds, technology. They can always be improved and changed. But you know, the vinyl, yeah, I don't think it'll ever go. I don't think it'll ever go away.
I see the future of vinyl, like lots of old guys like me blowing them off on a weekend, showing our grandkids these things called records, and they'll be laughing at us going, nah. I don't think there'll even be CDs later on, there'll be like mini CDs or virtual discs. Download your own memory and put it in a CD. That's probably the future. That's what I'd like to see in the future. Stuff like that.
So the future of vinyl really is, it's in the hands of the people really.
At the moment, vinyl's here to stay. You know, in 5 years' time it may be different, but for now, you know, vinyl's pretty much here to stay.
When I move, you move. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah. Hey DJ, bring that back. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Hell yeah. Hey DJ, bring that back. How you ain't gon' fuck? Bitch, I'm me. I'm the goddamn reason you in VIP. CEO, you don't have to CID. I'm young, wild, and strapped like T.I. Lee.